Get a £5 free bet every week with Offer Club from William Hill. Simply stake a total of £20 or more across the week on pre-match football accumulators with 4 or more selections, and you'll get a £5 free bet on the Friday. Join William Hill Offer Club on mobile or online now.
This is KUGAN CASSIUS for the CASSIUS and Hilda show here on BoxNation. I'm joined by WBO middleweight king Billy Joe Saunders. How are you, Billy?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, not too bad, not too bad. You?
Very well, thank you very much, Billy. Billy, yeah.
Billy? Not Billy Joe, no? Normally call me
BJ.
BJ, alright, that
The rematch between Tyson Fury and Vladimir Klitschko. Now, in the original fight, you were one of the only few celebrities that picked Tyson Fury to win the fight, yeah. And you're convinced he can do it again?
Listen, most definitely a better job Vladimir Klitschko is going to be out of this fight in Manchester. Listen, Tyson's just, you know, listen, when have you ever seen Klitschko unrattled to swear? His head's gone, mate. His head's gone. And plus, you know, that waiting about that last 8 or 9 months has done Tyson good, because it's just messing Klitschko's head up even more. This time I fancy Klitschko to walk into a big shot.
Why were you so convinced first time round? Obviously, I know there's a little bit of bias there with you, with your love of Tyson Fury and your similar traveller background. But why were you so convinced?
Listen, let me tell you. If I thought Tyson was going to get knocked out, I'd say, I think Tyson's going to get. I'll tell the truth. I'll tell the truth. But listen, he's just got too much for Klitschko. There's just, you know, listen. When have you seen somebody Tyson's size with the speed? That'll trouble any heavyweight. And Klitschko as well, getting old, it's only going to even trouble him even more. The speed kills, and he's got the speed. And he's got feet work and leg work like a super middleweight, like heavyweight. Not like a heavyweight, plodding, bouncing. Like he's here, there, everywhere. He's so unorthodox that he probably don't know what he's going to throw himself. And with that speed, he's a tricky customer. People look at him as a big fat gypsy, don't they? But he's king of the world.
There's part of you think, or thought rather, that Klitschko wouldn't have taken this rematch, especially coming here to Manchester.
Well, look, it's rather retire or come to Manchester and fight. If he don't want to retire, he has to come to Tyson's backyard and fight. But being that, I think Klitschko's going to be more dangerous this time. But it's going to leave him more open. He's going to commit more. And Tyson's the bigger man. I really think Tyson's it's gonna be over within 8. Within 8, I say, definitely.
Obviously, quite notably from the first fight, it took a while into the more or less the later rounds for Klitschko to get going and throw that right hand, as people keep saying. But how do you think he'll approach this fight this time around?
Well, look, he couldn't throw the right hand. He just couldn't throw the right hand, because if he was throwing the right hand, he was lead to Tyson's hook or the longer right hand from Tyson. And, you know, when Tyson was switching southpaw to orthodox, it just confused his brain. He's never been in with no one like that. Listen, let's just face it, there is no one in the heavyweight division, I don't think, beating Tyson Fury. And that is hand on heart. If I thought someone's going to beat him, I'll say, yep, all right, fair enough. I think he's got a chance. But I generally don't. Whoever gets in with Tyson, there's only one chance they got, and that's a puncher's chance. Anything apart from that, he's too unorthodox and too fast for him.
So let me ask you 2 questions in one. If Tyson Fury was to fight Anthony Joshua today, who wins that fight? If they fought this time in 12 months, who do you think will win that fight then?
Listen, I know Tyson Fury will win. Anthony Joshua is absolute class. He's world champion. I really rate him. And, you know, take Tyson out of the equation, maybe I rate him to beat David A as well. But Tyson just that little bit too fast. Even next year, people's forgetting what's Tyson, 28, 27. You know what I mean? He's not going to get old and vulnerable. He's only learning. Matter of fact, he's still learning, and he's king of the world. So he's only going to get better.
Just finally, do you believe that he has got suitable credit for his achievements in the ring, or do you think that a lot of stuff that's happened outside of the ring has possibly taken over that?
Well, listen, not really, because if your average man on the street said what he said, it wouldn't get looked upon or sniffed at, or some certain fighters say that. But because he's him and because of his background, yeah, most definitely. Look, why did the IBF strip him? Right, and basically, they did strip him because they wouldn't have made that for Klitschko. He wouldn't have had to vacate that belt, but Tyson did. So that just makes me question on that note. Yeah, he don't get the credit now.
Okay, well listen, Bill, thanks for giving us your thoughts on the upcoming fight live on BoxNation. Are you like the king of BoxNation?
Probably am the king of BoxNation, yeah. I am, matter of fact, I am the king of BoxNation.
Because you're not their only world champion. Obviously they've got Terry Flanagan, Liam Smith, but why are you king?
Because I live about 6 miles from the office and it's always easy to get videos of me, innit? So probably that's why.
But I don't live anywhere near the office. I've made the trip today.
Yeah, but I've got to pay for your diesel.
Respects, bruv.
No problem, KUGAN.
Billy Joe Saunders, thanks for talking to the CASSIUS and the show, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Okay.